What's up guys? Today I have a special video. In fact, it's an unboxing for the new DJI Phantom 4. Let's begin. For this unboxing, I'm going to have a unboxing, review, and a flight test, and all of the timestamps will be in the description below so you can skip ahead to whatever part you want to. So I have my trusty unboxing knife here. Probably went a little overboard there, but let's unbox this bad boy. Now what's funny is I just recently bought the DJI Phantom 3 Professional, and then they released this one. They announced it. So I returned it, and for just a little bit more I was able to get this one, and it was a pretty good idea. So here we go. It comes in a little styrofoam case. It says DJI Phantom on it. You don't really care about the case though, you just care about the product. I'm going to put this down here. And with a little latch, you do twist it. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, probably help if I... Okay. There. Oh. Now I think DJI was going for an Apple look because this whole thing looks like it came from Apple. Just look at that. We'll get to that later though. Inside the box you will find a flying safety pamphlet and a manual, it seems like. You will find charging cable, looks like an adapter of some sort, from USB to mini I think. Controller, it looks pretty much the same as the other one, except this one has a little bit more grip on the back, I think. Yeah, it looks a little bit different. That's nicer, I won't slip. Oh, this is metal. Okay, so they did upgrade the controller, which is nice. Looks really nice. Okay, next, charger. They went with all white this time, so I think that's Apple's part. White charger, cable, and then your brick to charge it. If I can get it out of here. There you go. Before it was black, all the cables were black. And in fact, a lot of the connectors were black as well. So, okay, we're gonna put that styrofoam box aside. That's gonna help out a lot. The last version didn't have a carrying case at all, and the cheapest one that I found was about 150 bucks. So that comes in handy. It has a little nice rubber handle, and that's gonna help a lot. Now the propellers on this model are different from the other one. These look like you pop them in, and I think you twist them. And that's mainly for the high speeds that you can put this thing through. I think it goes 45 miles per hour, or kilometers? I think 45 miles per hour. Here are the propellers. They give you 2 sets, black and silver, on the little rings on them, so you can tell which arm they go on. So I'll put those on in a bit. Comes in a nice little carrying case. It says DJI on it. Very handy, very helpful. And let's go to the actual drone itself. Comes with a new gimbal clamp. The old one was kind of confusing and hard to put on, so I'm glad they changed that. What I was really curious is when they announced it, it looked like it was plastic. The camera looked plastic. I don't know if that was just me or not, but it is metal. It's a nice metal. It's a very finished, maybe iodized aluminum. It looks like really nice. It's heavier. It's heavier than the other one, but which is nice is it comes with this new battery that has more capacity and better flight time with more performance in the motor, so this comes in handy for sure. New connector on the bottom. Everything's a glossy plastic, and I think that's Apple's doing. I'm not really sure Apple's part in this whole, I guess, collaboration you would call it, but so far it looks clean. It looks just like an Apple product, like you would buy it at an Apple store, which you can. One thing I was disappointed when I first saw they announced it was it didn't have any gold or like silver or red on it like the previous versions did. It was completely white, and so I kept the stickers from the other one to put on this one. But you know, it's growing on me. I do like the white. I think it looks very classy. I think it looks just simplistic. Ensure that the propeller is securely installed before flying. Well, let's install those now. Okay, so I got the first one on. So how you do it is different from the other ones. The other ones, they were self-tightening. You just twisted them on and then they would just self-tighten. Well, with this one has a lot more performance, so it needs different propellers. And that's why these are the push and lock. So you'll see this one is black, a little black ring. I don't know if you can see that. And this one has a silver ring. And on here, it'll be either just white plastic or white plastic with dots on the top. And obviously the ones with the black dots on the top are the black propellers. So you just pop it on, push down. There's a little diagram on the side of the blade as well. Push down and turn. And that's on there. It's not going anywhere. Okay, got the battery in, got the propellers on. That's it for the drone. Also SD card. It comes with a 16 gigabyte SD card. It looks like it goes in upside down, and that's built into the side. The main difference between this one and the old one is the collision avoidance system. That's a huge upgrade from the previous version, and that are those two black dots you see on the front right here, right there. And what those are they basically scan, I think it's 15 feet ahead, I'm not sure about that, or 50 feet, something like that. And it scans ahead and makes sure there's nothing in front of it. And if there is, it'll stop or it'll try to go around it or above it. That's the main difference, and that's the reason why I got this, because, I mean, if you're going towards a tree, you want to be able to not crash into it. One thing about this drone, while I take these stickers off, is in previous drones, they would used to say if you were a beginner to get the cheap one and learn how to fly that first. But now a lot of people are saying if you're a beginner and you want to get the good footage or good photos, or you just want to play around with this thing, they say go straight to this one. Now this one's a bit pricey, coming in at $1,400, and then plus tax, depending on where you are. But the difference is this one has the collision avoidance system, and this one is pretty simple to fly. Or at least the older version was, and that one was really easy to fly. I was surprised on how easy it was to fly, and this one should be even easier with its tap and go feature now, where you can just tap on the screen and it'll fly there and avoid any obstacles in its way. Also the tracking, so let's say you're in a car and you want the drone to track you, you just select on your screen and it'll track you, which is really interesting. There's no bracelet or anything you have to wear. It'll track whatever it's looking at. Alright, so here's the controller. It pretty much looks the exact same as the other one, except for the new metal here and the grip on the back. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. It feels really solid. It feels... oh, actually, this is glossy too. I can't remember if the other one wasn't glossy. It was matte. So this one's now glossy. The return to home feature is still in the remote. Basically, if you hold that down, the drone will figure out where it last took off, and it'll go there, and it'll avoid obstacles now that it has the avoidance system. And other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. There's no HDMI input or output. Sorry, it's just a USB and a mini USB. It looks like charging is same way. Controller's pretty much the same thing. That's pretty much all for the unboxing. All in all, it's, I think, a really good drone if you're a beginner. I think it's a really good drone if you're an advanced user. Even if you want to race the drone and capture footage at the same time, this isn't made for racing, but it does definitely go fast. In fact, on the controller, it has a, where is it? I think it's S. I think it's S, and basically that's the super fast mode that goes, I think it's 45 miles per hour. Yeah, it is 45 miles per hour. It's really, really fast. One more thing is the camera. Now, a lot of people thought the camera would get like a lot better. You can't really get much better than what it was. It's still a 4K camera, which is more than enough resolution. A lot of people were expecting a 6K. That's just nonsense. No one even has most shows aren't even running in 4K. What people do is they record in 4K and then they'll down-res to 1080p, so it's a really good looking 1080p, and that's going to stay like that for a while. That's pretty much the same. It's still all metal. It has two kind of clamps on the sides instead of just one, which is nice because it does it rotate? Yeah, it rotates. It's nice because in the old version you would have a horizontal like tilt, so the camera would be tilting a little bit, and you would have that issue once in a while. This, it looks like it solved it. I'm not sure. We'll have to see when we take it out to fly it, but the camera's pretty much the same. I think they added slow-mo, I think 120 frames per second at 1080p, or 720, I think 1080. And so that's pretty much it. I mean, the camera's, I love the way the camera looks. It really couldn't get any better. So that's pretty much it for the unboxing and the review. Next will be the flight test, so you'll see that coming up in a couple seconds. I think I covered everything, or close to everything on this drone. Oh, one thing is the motors. The motors are actually higher. So when you're going full speed ahead and you're recording and your camera's tilted like straight ahead, you won't see the blades as much. You'll still see the blades, I'm sure, because they didn't raise them that high. But at least it'll help a little bit with the blades being in the shot. So my trick is I just tilt the camera down a little bit, just a little bit, so you don't see those blades in there. But now I think I covered everything. If not, let me know in the comments below, and next will be the flight test. See you there. So I just came to the park, and I had to set all this up. You want to do that at home before you actually go fly. But we're gonna fly it up and give it a shot. Let's check it out. So from just flying it for the first time, I can already tell that it is a little slower than the previous model, but that's because they added the aka really fast mode, and that one is 45 miles per hour. I could turn that on, and I think I will. Let's bring this down. Okay, so now we're in sport mode, and we're gonna see how fast this thing can go. That does go fast. That goes really fast. Let's bring that thing back. Let's go up a little bit. Let's bring it back. Alright, that is sport mode. That goes extremely fast, as you can see. Now we're gonna bring it back into normal mode. So you saw that just footage going straight down. We're gonna bring that back into normal mode because that just gave me anxiety. That was pretty cool though. It does go fast. Now it's back in normal mode. As you can see, it goes quite slow. This is full speed in normal mode. It goes a lot slower than it does in full speed sport mode.
Talk to the camera.
But you can just definitely tell from it is a lot more sensitive in sport mode, and you don't want to be close to the ground in sport mode. Alright, so now I'm going to bring this thing back down, and let's bring it in for a good landing. That right there, I started off with 100%, and that took about 30%, and I still have about 17 minutes worth of flight time. I'm at 72% now. As you can see, the gimbal is super stabilized. I'll show you right now. The gimbal really just doesn't move at all. that's pretty much the flight test that I had. I really liked the way it felt. The old one had, the sticks were really sensitive on that one, and these ones, they're a little bit duller, like they're not as sensitive in normal mode. In sport mode, obviously it's, I mean, there's no restriction, it's just kind of 45 miles per hour, and it's really sensitive. But and I like these ones that they're not as sensitive, because it means you're not going to run into things as easy. You really have to apply pressure. Obviously you could change, I think, well, no, you can change the sensitivity of the sticks in the settings if you want them more sensitive. I like them like this. It's kind of foolproof and gives you more confidence to fly. So I highly recommend you guys, if any of you are beginners or you're looking to buy one as a beginner, I would recommend this one. Although it is really expensive, it's totally worth the buy because it's pretty foolproof. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you did like this video, go ahead and give a like and comment, and let me know if you're gonna get this, or if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me and I'll get back to you. But thank you for watching. Go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you later.
And just levitate.